Hello, this is a public service announcement. We only have a few minutes to tell you about the purple loosestrife, a dangerous invasive species in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey Thomas, look at my cool new plant. It's my plant Ishan. It looks like lavender and it's kind of magenta.
Wait, what did you say?
Magenta and it looks like lavender.
I got this!
What are you doing to Ishan?
No, you're killing him! No! That isn't lavender. That's purple loosestrife, also known as Lythrum salicaria.
Lythrum salawatawa?
Basically, purple loosestrife is a highly invasive species, and it grows out of control here.
Oh, so should I cut one down when I see one?
No, you shouldn't cut one down because purple loosestrife can sometimes grow back from cut down pieces and it will make the problem worse. The best way is to take preventative measures and you want to stay on the trail and avoid the plant so you don't accidentally spread its seeds further.
Oh, got it. A
Oh
purple
no,
loosestrife.
it looks like Ishan grew back. We should probably call wildlife support.
No! Don't do this!
I'm sorry,
by
Ishan, I'm
wildlife.
sorry!
Oh, and also, purple loosestrife is a Class B noxious weed in Washington State, so it's illegal to sell or spread its seeds. So
What?
don't do that.
Am I gonna be arrested?
Wait, did you spread their seeds?
Well,
Oh, no.
I walked off the trail to get him.
Yeah, don't do that again, because you could risk spreading him further. Anyways, whenever you spot purple loosestrifes, you might want to call local wildlife support. They'll know what to do to get rid of them. However, if you really need to remove one yourself, you can, but it's really difficult. You have to remove the entire plant by pulling it out of the ground, then wash any tools you used, as well as boots you wore, then put the plant in a garbage bag so it doesn't spread seeds, then you have to burn it. So, that's really difficult. So it's best to take preventative measures by avoiding spreading the seeds in the first place, or call wildlife management.
Well, if I've already done that, that sounds pretty tricky. And also, how does this invasive species even get here in the first place?
I'll tell you some important information about that. Basically, the purple loosestrife is native to Europe and also native to nearby areas around Europe, such as Africa and Asia. And it's believed to have been brought to the U.S. in the 1800s, most likely by accident. But it was later purposefully spread by settlers. Basically, and also I'll give you some tips on how you can recognize if you see one of these. They're about 6 feet tall, so basically like this tall.
Yeah.
As tall as our
as
example
tall as
purple
Ishan.
loosestrife Ishan. And they're 4 to 5 feet wide, and they have about 30 different square-shaped stems with densely packed reddish or purple flowers. And lastly, they have hairy lance-shaped leaves that grow in pairs opposite to each other on the stem. Also tell you a few details about similar-looking plants so you don't mistake native plants for the purple loosestrife, because then you might destroy them and that would be bad.
Oh, yeah.
So one example is fireweed, which looks similar, but has much bigger flowers, and the leaves alternate on the stem instead of growing in pairs on the stem.
Okay.
Second, one called spirea, which has oblong leaves, and it has clustered flowers, unlike the purple loosestrife. Thirdly, we have primrose loosestrifes. It's a type of loosestrife, but it's actually native, so those ones are fine. And you know those ones because they have yellow flowers instead of purple ones. Lastly, there's hyssop loosestrifes, which are also native, and they grow shorter than purple loosestrifes, and their flowers are more like white colored and white or rose colored instead of being purple.
Okay, that's a lot of information. At least now I know I'll be able to keep. Now with the information, I'll keep the other plants safe. But since it's a noxious weed, why is it so bad to grow here in the first place? Why is it a noxious weed?
All right. Well, that's a good question. I actually haven't told you yet what's so bad about purple loosestrife. Well, there's a lot of reasons why people should help to get rid of them, because they form dense strands that outcompete native plants for light, space, and pollinators, which limits their carrying capacity and it hurts their growth, so it's pretty bad for their native species. It also damages the populations of. It also damages the habitats of native wetland birds, and it alters the wetland systems. For example, by clogging waterways and irrigation systems, which is pretty bad because that also hurts agricultural production and livestock grazing. So it hurts basically the entire ecosystem in a lot of ways, and it has a big impact not just on the other plants, but on the other animals in the ecosystem too.
You might have got me, but you won't get everybody else like me. Since I live in lakes and streams, like Lake Sammamish, I live nearly everywhere in Washington State by the wetlands and streams.
Well, that's our PSA. Now you'll be informed on how to protect the native population from the purple loosestrife.
No! We gotta protect Alec!